So I'm just going to go over a few problems to do the math for the Calorie Lab. You have your cheat sheet, which will help. So just to show you, you're going to use the formula. Calories per sample is the change in the water temperature times the mass of the water times the specific heat of water, which is a known 1 calorie per gram degree Celsius. Right? When you multiply those together, you would get 2,142 small c's, little calories for crackers. Now I have to find out how many kilocalories that is, because what we're looking at on the nutrition label are capital C kilocalories. So I divide the 2,142 by 1,000, and I get 2.142 calories. Now to find the calories per gram, I'm going to divide that by how many grams actually burned during the lab. So if I divide 2.1 by 1.1, I get 1.94 kilocalories per gram. Now you also had to find the known value for that food. So you did that just by taking the calories per serving and divide it by the grams per serving. So 70 calories per serving divided by 160 grams per serving. And that comes to 4.4. So now I have my experimental value and my accepted value, and I can find my percentage error. In other words, how far off was the information that I got experimentally from what is known, right? They use bomb calorimeters to determine the calories in food, and we had a setup that would lose heat to the air, to the metal, etc. So you're just going to plug that into this formula. So for this, the actual is 4.4. Then you're going to subtract my experimental value, which is 1.94, and you're going to divide that by 4.4. It's important that you do not put this together in the same input on a calculator. You have to do it in 2 steps. So you're going to take 4.4, subtract the 1.94, and that comes to 2.46. And then you divide that by the 4.4. And when you divide that by 4.4, you're going to get a value of 0.559. And you're going to multiply that by 100 with the percentage sign so that you get 55.9%. And you can just round that to 56%. All right, so let me take some. Annoying. So here's the corn puff. And if we do this, all we have, if we're going to use this, I have to find the change in water temperature. So 37 minus 23 is 14 degrees. So I have my change in temperature. Water temperature is 14 degrees. The mass of water is 50. My specific heat of water is 1. So when you multiply 14 times 50, you get 700. So that's 700 small C calories. And to find kilocalories, I'm going to divide that by 1,000. So my calories for this kilocalories is 0.7 big C. So I have to also find how many grams burnt, because I want to find my calories per gram. So I look at my initial mass and my final mass, and I'm going to divide my calories by the change in mass, which is equal to 0.2. So when I divide 0.7 divided by 0.2, I get 3.5. And that is calories, capital C, which is kilocalories per gram. Okay, so for the cheese puff, I do have to know what the, compared to the actual amount. So I found the calories per gram. Now I'm going to find my percent error. So my experimental value is 3.5 calories per gram. And when I divided this servings, calories per servings by the serving grams for puff, I got 5.7 calories per gram. So I'm going to take the absolute value of the actual minus the experimental and divide it by the actual. So remember, you have to do this in 2 steps. So I have 2.2 divided by 5.7. And that comes to 0.385. I have to multiply that by 100%. So I get 38.5%. So that would be 39% error. I'll try one more. So this is for your saltines. I have to find my change in water temperature. So 47 minus 23 is 24 degree temperature change. Right? 47 minus 23 is 24. My mass of water is 50. My specific heat of water is 1. And when I multiply 24 times 50, I get 1,200 small calories. Now I have to find the kilocalories, so 1,200 divided by 1,000 equals my 1.2 kilocalories. Now that's the calories that were given off by whatever amount of food burned. So I have to divide this by how much actually burned. So I have 1.2 calories, and I have to find the amount that burned. So that would be 3.2 minus 2.5, which is 7. So 1.2 divided by 0.7 equals 1.7 calories per gram. So I found the calories per gram. To find the calories that are actually accepted, I look at the label. It was 70 calories per serving, and it was 16 grams per serving. So then I have 4.4 kilocalories per gram. Now I want to find my percent error. So I got 1.7 calories per gram experimental and 4.4 calories per gram actual. And I just subtract those two, 4.4 minus 1.7. That comes to 2.7. And you divide that by the actual, which is 4.4. And I get 0.614. I multiply that by 100% and I get 61%.